The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wildcard Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Blues and the Huskies, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between our visitors and these guys defending their home turf. Welcome, everyone, to the start of the NFL postseason. Kate Scott, Brock Heward here as these teams begin the journey toward the Super Bowl. And at this stage, Brock, it's a daunting task ahead to make it all the way. They need 3 straight wins against the best teams in the NFL, beginning with this one right here, right now.
Yeah, Kate, I love the way you say that right there. You just lay out the journey. And I'll tell you, in this journey right now, you're not going to find...
The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. Leading him out, someone in his first NFL season. Their rookie starter from Miami.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. You just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision. You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Here's a throw. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. New set of downs for him at the 38. He's got the hook up to Watkins. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 29. Complete out to the right. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. One of the tight ends in motion left. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still first down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flat. Throwing it again here. Hits him on the out route. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check-down yards.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So now here's 3rd and 5. They're going play action. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And leading the way is their fourth-year QB.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble they just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed, and you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's complete to Wilson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And they'll have 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 21. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. This a 48-yard look for him. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
A defensive kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this 1st half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, That can go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
And he's tackled for a short gain. Only a couple that time, and it leaves him well behind the sticks for a 3rd and 15. Looking for a throw here. Catch made over the middle. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be their football. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. A give to Allen out of the shotgun. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Right back to Allen. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stuffed at the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. We're all set to start the 2nd. Offense already out to resume its drive. They still have 5 to go here. 3rd down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
They're trying an option play left side on 1st down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. From midfield now. Allen there to haul it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st and 10 from the 41. He'll throw it yet again. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and long for him here. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle, they showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Option design here. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Short side option here. He's running left. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. The Huskies take a second quarter lead. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Huskies break that tie and now lead by 7. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense making its way back out now. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Pass play now. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Motioning the tight end now. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he locates the ball amid the flurries of snow to make the fair catch. Another drive coming up for this offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Hauled in left side. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun handoff for Allen. And they make the stop at the 46. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. The Huskies lining up for a punt. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Throwing it to start this drive. Complete over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Canton. The Blues with a long ways to go for a score. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Motioning Watkins right. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. The Blues out to get a boot into this one. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they're going to take over possession. Their offense running back out now. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Gets it to him on the screen. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Blues get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
This offense getting all set for this series. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. New set of downs for him at the 38. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
On 2nd and 5 now. Couldn't connect there. Incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
3rd down from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. They are throwing it again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. Trying again following the sack. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Return starts from the goal line. Finds some space. He's past the 30. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're to the half in this NFC Wildcard contest. Now we'll get you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to deliver the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. This, the second of our 2 games here on this Super Wildcard Saturday. We'll get it back out to you two in just a minute. But first, let's take a look ahead to Sunday's action in the NFC. A 3-6 battle that ought to be a good one, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous. And if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse. But I can tell you as a
Story
fan,
is halfway told.
these are the
Let's
games
see
you
what the
love
back
to
half
watch.
has in store as we get started in the 3rd quarter. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
It's Allen again. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Completed over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Setting up a throw. This one falls incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's on the move. And they take him down right along the 30.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Blues see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
This offense ready to get going again now. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They bring the tight end in motion. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pressure's on him, and it gets home. He's dropped. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Here's the one back on the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? They chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Taken right at the 40. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives them the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Takes the handoff, now to throw. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
On the handoff, Allen. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And 4th and 4 coming up.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
He stopped on the return at the 27. Now this offense ready to head back out. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So second down coming up. Back to throw now. He'll get this one to Watkins. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Punting unit out now. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Huskies ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. This is Allen on the give. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. He's going to throw this one. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Blues take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
The offense getting set to go. And talk about a dream position, Brock. Heading out with 1st and goal waiting for him. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal. Another chance for him. And he's in for the touchdown. The Blues parlay the interception into points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Blues managed to tie this game. It's 13-all. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Here's Smith on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The offense headed back to the field. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 29-yard line.
Allen trying this straight ahead. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They just get the play off. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. It's a 13-13 ball game as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Up the middle, here goes Allen. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Dropping back to throw. That's complete to Wilson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that 1st by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Now looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. This will be caught by Watkins. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They give it to him again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They'll try and throw it here. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. Here comes their offense out again. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. They're out and set. 1st and 10. A give to Allen out of the shotgun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 16. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
They run with Allen. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. back to Allen. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
He's dropping back to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They'll come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Catch made by Allen. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Canton. Huskies pushing to get within range for a game winner. 3rd and 4 coming up now. He'll throw it. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Their punter making his way out now. And they could really use a good one here. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. Now this offense getting set to work here. The game really in their hands at this point, Brock. We're going to see whether it's a celebration coming up next or overtime. Here he is to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's 2nd down coming up. Back to throw. And he got there in time. He's taken down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the look outside yields no fruit. They make the stop near the line of scrimmage. The Blues out to get a boot into this one. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Back out runs their offense. And they need to get it to at least that 40-yard line to have a shot at the game winner. But there's enough time remaining to work it even closer if things go right. And he has enough room to gain about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Bails out of the pocket quick. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Now to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Another carry for him. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. And postseason overtime differs from what we saw in the regular season. A touchdown on the opening drive doesn't end things anymore. Both teams guaranteed a possession. And if we're still tied after each team has had the football once, we then go to sudden death, and the first score takes it. It has been a heavyweight fight to begin these playoffs, and we're not done yet. The kick is away, and overtime has begun. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Their offense ready to take the field now. And since it's the postseason, Brock, a touchdown won't win the game automatically, but it will put some serious pressure on their opponents getting the football next. First throw of overtime now. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34. Looking slant route complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throwing the out route complete.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Shotgun handoff for Allen. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Pass play coming here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Looking to the air here. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Wilson's got it. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. All right, so they can't end the game with a touchdown, not in a postseason overtime, but a score sure would send a mountain of pressure across the field. He has the touchdown. You can't win on the game right away, Brock, not now in the postseason, but they have taken that pressure off of their shoulders and placed it squarely on the other sideline now with that score to begin overtime.
Oh, that's 100, Kate. You know as an offense, we can't come away empty. A field goal would be great, but a touchdown? Woo! A touchdown now infuses this place, infuses your defense, and gives them the opportunity to go in this game.
Lining up now to try the extra points. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Here's Carter on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. Now outruns their offense to take over. There aren't any options, Brock, but there is a ton of pressure now. They've got to match that last touchdown, or their season is over.
And this is what makes overtime rule changes so great. We don't want that last touchdown to end their season outright. These are the playoffs, and we want to see if they've got the mettle to respond like great postseason teams do.
16 yards on the play, and that'll give them a first down. Back to throw. That one's incomplete over the middle. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up second down. They go play action here. Connects on the crosser. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Still sticking with the passing game. Completed over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Tight end going in motion here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Blues cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. That answer right there shows that this team, Brock, belongs in the postseason. Had to be a touchdown, and they got it with everything on the line.
And now, Kate, we'll see exactly what type of team they are because their entire season hinged on what you just said, on that response of getting the touchdown. But now it hinges on this decision. Are you going to go for the tie, or are you going to go play for the win, baby?
That one splits the uprights, and the Blues bring it back to even. Here's Smith on the return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They're going play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Dialing up a receiver screen. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. It's picked up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. This has been the overtime that will not end, partner, and it's going to keep going to yet another possession as they force a key fumble there.
Oh, somebody eventually has got to make the play that ends this thing, right? The defense, well, they just did its part to keep it going. Now it's another chance for their teammates to go finish the deal.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Back-to-back carries here. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He gets 3 on the run, and now a couple of options for him on 4th down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. We'll take a break with them here in overtime. And now the entire game rests on his next kick. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And that was the type of game you can only hope for in the postseason, Brock. Couple of deserving teams laying it all out there, and they were finally able to get the win and keep their playoffs going. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Blues as we say so long from Canton.